Hello and welcome to the Curly Bookworm. My name is Shivani. Today I'm going to be taking part in something called the Top 5 Wednesday, which is like a group thingy that is on Goodreads, and it's also on Booktube, in the sense that people pick up themes suggested on that group from Goodreads and sort of make videos every Wednesday about different topics, and it's super fun. By the way, it's super windy, so I'm sorry for the noise and the wind and all of that. As you can see, I'm still on vacation, so I'm sorry about that. So let's get this one started, shall we? The theme for this Wednesday is essentially all the books that you read before you came in contact with Booktube in any way. So I have a whole bunch of them. I have Anne of Green Gables, I have The Little Prince, but these are ones that I'm perpetually talking about, so I'm not going to say those again. Having said that, I have a bunch that I want to talk about today. This is the first one. I'm not carrying too many books because I'm still on vacation and I'll keep traveling, so all of my favorite books will always be on my shelves. But this one I carry because I want to reread it. This is Daddy Longlegs by Jean Webster, and this was given to me by my roommate and really close friend Iti. So it says, "Dearest Shivani, I wanted to buy you a prettier version of this book, but all I found was this. I hope you like it. Love always, Iti." So Iti gave me this book many Christmases ago, and this one is one of my favorite ones ever. So this book is about Judy, who is raised as an orphan in an orphanage, and she's almost old enough to go to college, and so she doesn't know what she's going to do next because she can't stay in the orphanage. But then one of the trustees of the orphanage, who is anonymous, finds her amusing because of some kind of like a essay or whatever that she wrote, and then he sponsors her English degree in college, which of course Judy is like super happy about. This is set in the early 1900s, I think. I don't really remember, but it's really sweet. The whole book is sort of written in letters where Judy writes to her trustee, her anonymous trustee, and gives him a report of everything that she's studying and what she likes about college and so on and so forth. It's funny, it's cheeky, it's really sweet. There are like these little drawings as well. I love this book. So hopefully you'll pick it up and tell me what you thought of it as well. The second book that I want to talk to you about today is Moulin Rouge. This is a book that I found many, many, many years ago. It's like a million years old, this book. This is why I wish I was actually at home, because I want to show you the copy that I have of this book. It's literally dying. It's in that, I got it in the worst condition, and it is in that condition right now. It's like old. And the book is about Henri Toulouse-Lautrec, who was an artist, and he's a really famous artist. You can look him up. This is sort of like a biography of his life, what happened to him. Unfortunately for Lautrec, his parents were cousins, and they got married, and then they had him. So it was suspected that because of that, he got really sick and he couldn't walk for pretty much all of his life, and he was lame. But he was this rich, lame guy, and he wanted to be a painter real bad, so he moved to Paris. He made posters for the Moulin Rouge in Paris, and that's really the story of his life. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's really sad. It moves your heart. It's basically a really good book. The third book that I want to talk about is The God of Small Things. The God of Small Things I read again, I don't know, many years ago, like 10, 12 years ago. This book won the author the Booker Prize, and it was totally deserved because it was a beautiful tale set in Kerala in India, in the southern part of India. And what happens is there are these twins, Esther and Rahel, and they come from like a super weird family. Their father is sort of abusive, and so the mother has left them and run away to Kerala. And now they live with their grandmother or their great grandmother. And they have this really bizarre family in this really bizarre town in Kerala. And there's a whole bunch of things that happen to the twins there. The book starts off pretty much when Esther and Rahel are older, but it kind of dives into a period of their lives when they're much younger. It's a beautiful story. It affected me in so many ways. It's written really, really well. My fourth book and my fifth book are actually chick lit, because I used to read a lot of chick lit. I still do, but not as much as I did before. I feel like I was going through a really large reading slump of a few years, and I would pick up chick lit and it would cheer me up and it would make me read a lot more. One great author that I really liked was Marian Keyes. Any of her books were amazing for me. Like, one of my favorites was Rachel's Holiday, and I've said this again and again in several different videos of mine. Or Anybody's Out There, or This Charming Man, or like, I mean, she's written a whole bunch of really funny books. So for me, I feel like Marian Keyes is a great picker-upper. She writes about serious things, but in a really funny way. Other authors that I used to read a lot of was Meg Cabot and Sophie Kinsella. I remember being extremely happy with the Shopaholic series. The whole Shopaholic series are just like trivial. I mean, it's silly and it's fun and it's fun chick lit, and it's kind of like you don't have to apply your brain to it, and it takes you away for a bit and brings you back. So it's sort of like escapist, fun, sitcom-y literature. I mean, it's like when you watch Friends for the 99th time and you kind of zone out, but you're still laughing at the jokes, right? Those are some of the books that I remember loving from before YouTube. You tell me what some of your all-time favorites are. You can also check out some of my other videos that talk about some of my favorite books. So I think I have two videos which I will link here. I have to go now, and like I said, be on vacation. I will hope to God that this video is uploadable because my internet is just pathetic. I've recorded like 3 of these now, and I'm not even sure if I can actually put them up, but we'll see. So therefore, sorry for the irregular posting. However, if you like these videos and like this channel and like that you get book recommendations, please share the love. I'm gonna go now. Bye.